Imagine this. You wake up in the middle of the night, the heavy weight of silence pressing down on you. The world outside is dark, still, and empty, but inside your mind, there is a storm. It's not the kind of storm that can be silenced by a change in weather or a dose of comfort. This storm lives inside you, a constant undercurrent of tension and unease that seeps into every corner of your life. You can feel it in your bones, in the pit of your stomach, and behind every fleeting thought. It's the kind of anxiety that doesn't make a sound, yet it screams in its quietness. It's as though your mind is trying to escape itself, constantly searching for a way out, but the walls keep getting higher. You try to shake it off. You tell yourself that you're being irrational, that there's no real danger. But the feeling persists, like a shadow, always just out of reach, but never far enough to let you breathe easy. You think about the things you could be doing instead. But no, the anxiety comes first, shaping your reality into something uncomfortable and unnerving. It clouds everything, making simple decisions feel like monumental life or death choices. Every action becomes laced with the fear of getting it wrong, of being judged, of missing something critical that will haunt you forever. Now, ask yourself, why does this happen? Why, when there is no immediate danger, does your mind create this relentless cycle of fear and uncertainty? Why does the smallest moment trigger a cascade of doubts, worries, and insecurities that seem disproportionate to the situation at hand? And what happens when this storm becomes your constant companion, when the noise of your thoughts is all you hear, all day, every day? It's easy to dismiss this as just part of being human. After all, everyone gets anxious from time to time, right? But what if this kind of anxiety isn't just an occasional hiccup in an otherwise balanced life? What if, instead, it's a symptom of something deeper, a force hidden within your psyche, one that shapes not only your emotions, but the way you see the world, the way you think about yourself, and the way you interact with those around you? This force, this unseen part of you, has been silently influencing your life for years, maybe even decades. It hides in plain sight, tucked behind your thoughts, lurking just beneath the surface. You've tried to push it away, tried to ignore it, but it always comes back. And the more you try to escape it, the stronger it becomes until it consumes you. What is this force? Where does it come from? And why does it seem to have such power over your life? You may have heard that anxiety is a result of modern society, an ever-connected, hyper-stimulating, fast-paced world that bombards us with information and expectations. While that's true to some extent, it's not the whole story. Anxiety is not just a symptom of the external world, it's a mirror of something much deeper and older within us. Something that is both personal and universal, something that is as old as the human condition itself. This is where the paradox begins. In a world that tells you to manage your anxiety, to control it, and to overcome it, there's a deeper truth. Anxiety is not just something to be eradicated, it's a reflection of your inner struggle, your battle between what you are and what you fear you are becoming. Anxiety points to a contradiction at the very core of your existence, a fracture between who you are in the moment and who you wish to be, or worse, who you fear you will become. Think about it for a moment. If you didn't fear the consequences of your actions, if you didn't constantly question whether you're doing enough, if you didn't live in the constant shadow of your doubt, what kind of life would that be? Would you still have purpose? Would you still strive to improve yourself, to grow, to become something more than what you are right now? Or would you, without that sense of tension, fall into complacency, into a kind of existential void? Perhaps anxiety is not just a burden, it's the catalyst for growth, the uncomfortable fire that forces the ego to evolve. But if that's true, why does it feel like such an overwhelming curse? Why does it tear at your sense of self, fracturing your confidence and draining your energy? Could it be that anxiety is trying to show you something, trying to point you in the direction of something greater, but you've simply been too afraid to see it? And here's the question that lingers in the back of your mind, unanswered. What if, in all your efforts to run from it, to manage it, to control it, you've missed the deeper lesson? What if the real source of your anxiety isn't external, but internal? What if the war you're fighting isn't against the world or other people, but against yourself? This is where the true journey begins. Understanding that the anxious mind is not something to escape, but something to confront, to listen to, and to learn from. It's not about finding a quick fix or a magic solution to silence the storm. It's about understanding the source of the storm itself, embracing the discomfort, and learning how to navigate it without allowing it to consume you. So what does this mean for you? What does it mean for all of us, trapped in the cycle of anxiety that defines so much of modern existence? To truly understand the secret life of the anxious mind, we must first delve deeper into the roots of this condition, into the very heart of what it means to be human. We must ask not only what anxiety is, but why it exists, how it shapes our behavior, and how we can begin to transform it from a destructive force into one that leads us towards self-discovery and growth. But before we can do that, we need to understand the hidden problem, the underlying forces that have been shaping this experience for millennia. Only then will we be able to break free and reclaim the power that has always been ours.